Okay, let us continue. So I told you income tax is a direct tax. It is charged by central government through Central Board of Direct Tax, and it is charged on income of a person who earns income in previous year, and it is paid taxes paid in assessment year, in which we calculate total income, calculate tax, and prepare return to show this total income and tax to the government through Central Board of Direct Tax. Okay, now I will tell you that every year in the parliament, the finance minister, he conducts the budget. He announces the budget. Usually this happens in every year February. And in this budget, finance budget, we call this finance bill, there are two parts. One is part A and part B. In this part A, the finance minister, he declares the tax rates. Okay, so we have to learn what are these tax rates. Now before I start, first you have to understand, before I say what are the tax rates, how to compute tax, you have to know another thing. Now I told you, whatever a person earns in a year from April 1st to 31st March 2020, okay, from 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020, all those incomes will be aggregated and it will be called as total income, on which we are going to pay tax. Now income will be subject to tax, okay, but there are certain rules and regulations to be followed. There are certain conditions to be followed. There are certain exemptions in law. There are certain deductions in law. Okay, so there are some laws also which we have to follow. Why these regulations, conditions, exemptions, deductions and laws are there? Now one thing you have to understand, income tax is applicable to all persons, but there are certain conditions where certain persons need not pay tax. There are certain incomes where it is exempted from tax. Okay, there are certain deductions which you can reduce your income through these deductions. Then there are certain laws which we have to follow. Then there are certain rules and regulations. So what I am coming to say is, this income tax, we have to follow these conditions and exemptions. So you have to understand that income is classified into two. One is taxable income and other one is exempted income. Okay, so not all incomes you have to pay tax. Okay, there are only those incomes which are mentioned in income tax law, we have to pay tax. Now incomes exempted from tax, I'll give you 2-3 examples now, but we will learn it in detail later. One example, first income which is exempted from tax is agricultural income. Okay, agricultural income earned in India. Okay, that means if you are a farmer or if you are a seller, whatever it is, if you are doing agricultural activities and making a produce and selling it, then that income earned is called agricultural income. Second example, dividend. Okay, dividend from Indian company. Dividend earned from Indian company is exempted from tax. Now there are hundreds of exemptions. So we are not going to go into this now, that we will see later. So now we will see what are those taxable income. Those incomes which are not listed in exempted income, those we call it as taxable incomes. Okay, now I am coming to explanation. Now before we study how to compute tax, you have to understand that income is divided into 5 groups. First one is income from salary. Okay, all the incomes earned in India are divided into 5 groups. We call it as 5 heads of income. We are going to summarize all the incomes earned in India into 5 groups. So we call it as 5 heads of income. First one is income from salary. Second one is income from house property. Okay, income from house property. Third one, profits and gains of business or profession. Fourth one, capital gains. And last one, income from other sources. So that this is how government has classified all incomes in India. First one is income from salary. If you have a job, if you are employed, and if you get any salary, okay, and along with salary whatever benefits you get, that is all grouped as salary, and we will show it under this head. Second one, income from house property. If you have a house property and if you give it on rent, we call it as leasing. And if you earn rent, okay, for say 12 months or 10 months or 1 month, whatever it is, that all rents we show it under this head, income from house property. Third one, profits and gains of business or profession. If you are earning profit, now this is not GST or sales, after doing business and when you are preparing final accounts, you calculate net profit. That net profit is taxable under this head. Now if you are not having employment and if you are having profession and you are charging fees from customers, then that also will be taxable under this head. Now I'll give an example. Suppose I am a doctor and I am working in a hospital and earning salary. So that income which I am earning as a doctor from that hospital is called, that will be taxable under the head income from salary. But say I am a doctor but I am not working in a hospital. I am doing private. I am having a private clinic and I am charging fees from the customers. Then that fees will be chargeable under this head, not under the head income from salary. It will be chargeable under the head profits and gains of business or profession. Okay. Now if I am doing both, then it will be separate chargeable under respective head. Salary will be taxable under the head income from salary, and the fees charged from customers, that will be charged under this head. Now we have fourth head, capital gains. Capital gains means if you have a property, okay, say you have a land and you are selling the land, then any income, any profit you earned from it, that will be taxable under this head. Suppose you must have bought a property 10 years back for rupees 1 lakh and you are selling it in 2020 for 20 lakhs. In this year 2020 you are selling it for 20 lakh. So you bought it for 1 lakh and selling it for 20 lakhs, you earned a profit of 19 lakhs. That you charge, that capital profit you charge under this head, capital gains. Other than these 4 heads of income, okay, any other income which you are earning, for example lottery winning, interest from SB account, interest from FD, or you are winning getting a gift from friends, okay, or you are earning any other income, okay, that will be chargeable under this head income from other sources. That is why it's called income from other sources. Those incomes which you don't tax under these four heads of income, that will be taxable under the head income from other sources. A person can earn all these incomes, and or he can earn, now say for example, I am working in a college, so whatever salary I get, I show it under the head income from salary. Say I may have a house property, I must have given it on rent, so I will be whatever rent I earn, I show under this head income from house property. Say I must have two shops which I am doing business, so I whatever profit I earn from it, I show under this head. Then I don't have any capital gain, I have not sold anything. Say I have interest from FD, okay, which I am earning quarterly, or so during 1 year whatever interest I earn, or if I have won a lottery, that I show under this head. So what is my total income? Total income is income from salary plus income from house property plus PGBP plus capital gains from income from other sources. Okay, so this is how you calculate your total income. You have to take the sum total of all these incomes. Okay, so now I am going to write it properly. Okay, now this you can write in your notebook also. How you write the heading? Computation, okay, of total income. Now we will have an amount column. This is a statement. Now this statement only we are using to calculate total income, and this is how also we have to show to the income tax department. Now in this statement you write the heading computation of total income for assessment year 2020-21, because we are calculating the total income for assessment year 2020-21 for that income earned in previous year 2019-2020. Is that point clear? Okay, so what you write here? First you write income from salary. Okay, income from salary. Now put a symbol. Now this is just a format. Next you write income from house property. Okay, put a symbol there. Third one you write profits and gains of business or profession. Okay, we put a symbol here. Next, fourth one you write capital gains. Put a symbol here. Now fifth one you write income from other sources. Okay, you put a symbol here. Now whatever income you have earned in a year, you are writing here. Okay, now what you do is you put a total line. You take the sum total of all this, you write down here. Don't underline this, you call this as gross total income. Okay, gross total income. From this you minus deductions. Now what is this deductions? That I will tell you only in the 6th semester. For the time being you understand that you can claim certain deductions. Okay, we call this section 80. Okay, section 80 deductions. Now I cannot explain that now, because it is something which you have to learn in detail as a chapter. Now whatever amount is here you write here. Now this amount you minus from gross total income, that is total income. I hope the point is clear to you now. Now this is where you have to double underline. So what you have to do, you have to write this format in your notebook. Now how you compute total income? You first understand that there are 5 groups, 5 heads of income: income from salary, income from house property, PGBP, capital gains, income from other sources. Then you take the sum total of all that, you calculate gross total income, then you find out deductions, then you calculate total income.